So if you've ever gotten off Highway 15 onto the original Route 66 and passed through Oro Grande or Oro Grande, whatever you say, it's kind of hard to miss the cross-eyed cow by name and by the visuals. Donna, give us a background. First of all, Oro Grande, Oro Grande, what do you say?
I say Oro Grande.
Oro Grande. And the mayor?
Oro Grande.
Oro Grande. It's okay, and he's been here for a long time.
He has, so he probably knows better than I do.
So about how far are we from Victorville, Hesperia, Apple Valley?
Well, we're 4.5 miles from the 15 freeway, and that's the city limits of Victorville.
Okay.
And we're about 4 miles from Adelanto and probably about 8 or 10 from Hesperia.
So, cross-eyed cow, what?
Well, you know, we have 4 kids, and when we started this about 6 years ago, it was an old barn. So it was built in the 20s, the 1920s, and it was a garage because cars could only go so far on Route 66 because cars weren't made to go hundreds of miles, you know, so they had to have garages all along Route 66 to change the oil and change the tires and just, you know, just basic mechanical thing. So it was a garage. When we bought it, it was an old barn. So we were like, oh, barn, you know, we wanted to have a name that kind of went with a barn. So we kind of put it to the kids and let our 4 kids kind of vote on it. And they were like cow, and because we had the cow, my husband put the cow on top. So it just kind of evolved into cross-eyed.
Cross-eyed cow pizza.
Yep.
Obviously, we're right on Route 66, cars are going by, and right across the street are train tracks.
The funny thing about the train tracks is that the train drivers, the engineers, will call us when they are in Barstow, and they'll say, we'll be coming through in about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and they'll stop and they'll run across and they'll pick up their pizza. And they've been doing that since day one, since we opened. So we took some pictures when we first opened because it was crazy.
You can't miss the design of the outside. You guys really took a lot of time and put thought into what you were putting on the outside. What was the goal of it?
I think we just kind of wanted something that people would notice. It kind of, we're also really about repurposing and making sure you stay with the era. And so we wanted to make the building to, you know, to be something that kind of went with the area, very rural and, you know, not something so modern.
Can we walk around?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Starting with just the camper on the outside.
My husband just built that, actually.
And I'd be remiss to not mention the bus, which I don't know if we got. I mean, look at that thing. Look at that thing. Where did that come from?
Well, we bought that for my daughter when she was 16, but it was too hard for her to drive because it's a 3-speed.
Okay.
So we kind of took it over and we wrapped it, and I love Brad Pitt, so we put him in there.
What in the world is this? A door for a door.
Yeah, my husband got that idea, and he wanted something, you know, just kind of unique so it operates the hammer. And,
oh my goodness, what is going on there?
Yeah.
Oh no. That is so cool. I didn't notice that part. I was just impressed by your car door here.
Well, again, a lot of tourists, so we try to do things that make people have photo opportunities, you know, because they're always trying to find somewhere to take a picture. Yeah, exactly.
Really? I don't understand the phenomenon. And then you just keep walking. Oh, please, let me open the door for you.
Okay.
Come on in. You guys are welcome to join us too if you want. So you have signage and stuff everywhere, murals. Tell me about this patio area right here. This is pretty unique.
My husband, he's very creative, so he made all the tables and everything out of concrete, and puts, yeah, he's a quirky. He loves to do quirky things. He built the bench too out of back of a truck.
That is so cool.
There's another one in front.
Well, let's go in, all right? The cow patterns, where did that come from?
Well, you know, we just started kind of building on some things that would be interesting to people without doing the same old things. So I went downtown LA and started searching for things, and you know, then my husband wanted a divider between the booths.
My next question.
Yeah.
What's up with the knives?
So he didn't want your standard divider. He wanted something creative. So we went to the thrift store and bought all these knives, and he welded them, and he's very creative.
Just the tables, the bumper.
That's a DeSoto bumper, and then there's the grill over the door.
Oh, the grill over the door, yeah. And then
that. And then these seats are from a theater in Placentia from like the 60s or 70s. It was renovating. So, yeah, we're really into repurposing.
Yeah, okay. And then, of course, we're leaning on a wing right here.
Yeah, he has two. He bought two of these. One he made the counter, and one is an awning on the back window. So he used that.
We've talked about the outside, the interior, and everything. Let's talk about the food.
Okay.
The unlucky cow. Wait, the hippie veggie. The iron hog. All right, Roy's Hot Rod Pizza. So
Roy's my son.
Roy's your son.
So that's what. And Roy Rogers, it was from this area. So that kind of had a dual purpose there. The unlucky cow has everything, so it's unlucky because it's got all the meats on it. We make our own dough, our own sauce, grind our own sausage, cook our own chicken. Nothing is bought already prepared. Everything's prepared here. So it's basil, oregano, and garlic, and Parmesan seasoning around the crust.
Well, that's not just a regular pepperoni pizza then.
Well, we do that to all our crusts.
And you said you make your own dough.
We do, and we actually make a wheat dough also for the school because they have to have certain nutritional guidelines. So we provide pizzas to the local school, and we make a wheat dough for them, and wheat garlic knots for them. And we deliver 3 times a week to them,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Keeps us busy.
Don't let us hold you up, Matthew, please.
And we also have a gluten-free dough. So a lot of people will get the gluten-free dough and get the vegetables on the gluten-free.
Thank you for mentioning that. Oftentimes when we do these videos, people ask us all the time, is the place gluten-free? Does it have a veggie or a vegan option?
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, wow. Check it out. This pepperoni.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Look at the bubbles on it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the way. And when we were deciding to open this, my husband and I traveled for about 2 years just going to pizza places, and I kept a notebook. And we would write down all the things we liked because we knew we couldn't please everyone. We decided we were going to please the 2 of us with what kind of crust we liked and what kind of sauce we liked and what kind of cheese. This Wisconsin cheese, because I love it. Well, it's a blend of Wisconsin and California, I should say. But
okay.
Yeah, so, we just kind of, that's the kind of pizza we both love.
All right, so cross-eyed cow pizza here in Oro Grande, right off Route 66. If you were driving on Route 66 and you missed it, Melissa, you might be cross-eyed.